Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Anne-Marie Batson, sports broadcaster and journalist, bringing you big stories happening in the sports industry, but going a bit deeper into the headlines. Let's get straight into it. So there's been this whirlwind of sports happening over the last few weeks. The end of the World Cup, Wimbledon 2018, the Open Golf at Carnoustie. What else we got going on? The European Championship starting in a few weeks' time, as well, happening in Scotland and Germany. And that nicely segues into today's topic, Mesut Ozil. Now, if you don't know who Mesut Ozil is, I suggest you go and Google him on your mobile or on a laptop or a desktop. There's lots of information about that. But basically, he's an Arsenal player and he was playing for Germany up until this week, when, following Germany's departure from the World Cup a few weeks ago, and Germany were one of the favourites for the tournament, Ozil announced he no longer wished to play international football for Germany, and here are the reasons why. 3 reasons. Number 1, there was a controversial photo that Ozil took part in with President Erdogan of Turkey. Not going to go into that because it's very detailed and my Turkish politics is like zero, so I'm not going to go into that discussion, but it caused a lot of upset both in Germany and Turkey. That's the first thing. Number 2, in his statement, he aimed his anger at sponsors who he believed failed to support the German national team when everything kicked off about this particular photo. And 1 or 2 politicians, as Ozil saw it, decided to exploit the situation. And number 3, which is the most damning of all, he said the following, and I've got my notes here because I want to get it right. He said, "I am a German when we win, but I'm an immigrant when we lose. I'm a German when we win, but I'm an immigrant when we lose." Now, this lengthy statement, and it was lengthy, it was about 3 pages long, 3,000 words, written in English and posted across his social media channels, and it picked up very, very quickly, as you can imagine, because it's now created this debate about players and politics. Now, there has been a debate for some time anyway about whether politics and sport should mix, which I'll come on to in a bit. But he has had massive support across the board from Hector Bellerin, who plays for Arsenal, of course, the charity Kick It Out, pundit and broadcaster Ian Wright, and Arsenal legend as well, the Turkish Federation, the German Football Federation have come out and said they don't recognise what Ozil has said but will support him. Matteo Flamini is another one, Nico Rosberg, the former F1 driver and championship winner. Lots of people coming out to support him, and also to explain, they're disappointed that he's had to come out and say this. It must be a big thing for a player to say to his country, "I no longer want to wear the shirt or play for my country because of X, Y, and Z." As I mentioned, it's now brought into the arena this whole discussion about should football and politics mix. As a journalist, I can only present you with the facts. And the fact is that there are a lot more sports people out there now who are using their platform to voice their concerns or worries or lend their support to particular causes. One great example at the moment is Colin Kaepernick from the NFL, from the National Football League, who is currently protesting about police brutality and not wishing to stand and recognise the American flag and the anthem when it is played at games. Google it, there's a lot of information about that. We also know from back in the day there was a boycott of South Africa. Cricketers didn't want to tour there, rugby players wouldn't go there because at the time there was a system in place that denied black people and even people of mixed race, denied them their basic civil rights. So this idea about politics and sport, should it mix, has been going on for decades. It's just interesting now that people are actually asking the question. So on the one hand, sports individuals and sports people, as I mentioned, have an opportunity and they have the power to shine a light on issues that are important to them. And why shouldn't they do that? They have a voice, they have a mind, they have an opinion, they have thoughts. Who are we to say that they can't share it with the world and want to lend a hand and want to do something? On the other hand, and for balance, there are other people who say the following. On the other hand, because it is right that I give a balance, there are people out there who believe that sports stars have one job, and that is to play sport, whether it's to hit a ball, kick a ball, ride a bike, wrestle each other, whatever the sport is, throw a dart. That's what they're out there to do. They're out there to entertain. I pay my money so I can be entertained and watch somebody at the top of their game win a trophy or win a title or win a medal. And whatever their political thoughts are, whatever their views are on social things, on society, has nothing to do with sport whatsoever. And of course, people have that right. They have that right. And it's important that we have the debate. I don't have the answer to it. I know what my personal thought is. I know what I personally think. But I think it's important that we do have the debate. So here's the question of the day. Question of the day. Do you believe politics and sport mix or not? Do you believe that politics and sport mix or not? Do let me know in the comments below. Please hit the like button for this video. I'm really keen to hear your thoughts, and I'll be back again soon with more stories coming from the sports industry, but going a bit deeper than the sports headlines. Take care. I'll see you soon.